Jumping in some hockey stuff, we gotta tap into your career because you were one of the funniest dudes I ever had a chance to play with, and every single time, the one story that comes to mind was 04-05 lockout with the Phantoms. Your first game on that team, I think it was maybe 10 games in, you joined the team. And I'm sitting beside you on the bench. I want you to tell that story because every single time you just you get me cracking up.
Oh my God! Well, that was when I got hit with a slap shot in the head, right? That one.
Yeah, that one.
I think it was John Slaney. Right to rim it at, just around the glass.
Yeah, and like there's a lead up to that story, and like it's just. It was almost like, so we were in the lockout that year, so it was like I was an established NHL guy, not like an all-star, anything like that. Always a fourth line guy, but I had played, and then going back to the NHL would kind of you'd be looked at as a scab, but I didn't care. I was too young, and I needed to make money.
Right.
And nobody really gave me trouble, but there was still that little bit of talking with the older veteran guys in the NHL and making that transition. Whatever the Flyers asked me to do, I was going to do.
Right.
That was part of why they enjoyed me and part of why they liked me. So they asked me to go play. In the first game, they're like, all right, we want you to work on your game, because obviously I'm a fighter. We all know that. And we don't want you fighting. Work on your game. Be a good leader on the team. These guys will be looking up to you. You're an older guy coming down. And I was like, yeah, great, no problem. First game, just settled in. I think it was like the second shift, getting a fight with Zen and Kanopka right away. Right? So it's going that way. We're playing hockey again. And then we're on the penalty power play. And I had known Riley from back in junior. When he was a 16-year-old kid, I was one of the older veteran guys. And had spark, was an intense guy then. Really enjoyed him. Did. He had what it takes, even at that age. And sure enough, he's the most intense guy I know to this day, and he's right beside me on the bench. And we're trying to watch the play. We're on the power play, and it's post game, so we're in the game. And power play, I'm separating the D and the forwards, right?
Yeah.
I don't do much
Grocery
power
stick.
play.
You both, yeah.
Grocery stick, separating the D and forwards, and then. So Riley gets up because they're making a play at the blue line. He gets up like this, and he's trying to see if he keeps it in. And then I'm like, he's in the way. So I turned and looked around him, and the puck's coming rimmed, and it bounces right off of Freddie Myers' toe. And it's like slow motion. I see Riley kind of matrix out of the way. He's like, whoa. My head's right there. I'm like this. Bing! Right in the bucket, in the head. But it hit right here on the sinus, so it's thinner bone. But it hit the helmet too. And I went instantly like this, and I was in so much pain. It was a sinus cavity, and it made a dent, like a visible dent. And Riley's like, holy shit, yelling at me, did that hit you in the head, man? And I'm like, right in the head, Coach. He's just like, holy, because he noticed it was a slap shot. He's worried for me.
Yeah.
He's like, Jimmy! Jimmy's our trainer. Fridge just got hit in the head with a clapper, man. Get down here. You gotta look at his head.
And I'm pretty sure Jimmy knew. I think we all knew.
Yeah,
because
the
of
whole
the
bench
sound
here,
it made.
Everybody knew I was hit in the head with a clapper. And Riley's right there, just
wanted to
caring
make sure.
for me.
Just making sure everyone knew what had happened.
Him an actual face in the
I actually
helmet.
heard him go, did that hit him in the head? It sounded like his helmet. And then I'm like, no, that was my helmet and bone.
Man.
And then I go into the back. And I still hear Riley on the bench. Yeah, man, I hit him right in the fucking head. I'm going back down the tunnel, and sure enough, I see Coates come in. I'm sitting on the trainer's table like this, and Riley comes back in here. That hit you. Comes right into the training room just to make sure I'm okay. Man, that hit you right in the head. And I was like,
Thanks, Tips.
no, thanks, man. He goes, are you okay? And I was like, well, I can go to the hospital. And he's like, yep. And he's looking at the hole in my head. And he goes, right there, huh? He walks out. Oh man, I don't know why that sticks out in my head, but it does. One of the stories with Riley.
The way you tell it too is priceless.
Yeah, that was an NHL All-Star team. Patrick Sharp, Yoni Picken, and Dennis Seidenberg.
Jeff Carter, Mike
Richards. How about those two guys?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was amazing.
Coming from junior, that doesn't happen.
No, and most of those guys hadn't played in the NHL yet. I mean, Pickenen and Seinberg had a little stint, maybe Sharpie a little bit,
Jeff
but
Carter had never eaten lobster before that.
Right.
We were in New Jersey, and he's like, I'm like, oh, I'm playing Big Shot. I'm like, yeah, you're up in the pros now. We go out for dinner like this, team dinners. You ever have lobster? He's like, you never had lobster? And then he ordered some lobster. He's like, yeah, we're big wheels here in the AHL and the minors.
Right.
What a league.
But it's just amazing because they're so young. They were so young, and they're so, it's like a naivety. They were 18, 19
Yeah,
years old.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
for
and,
sure.
and they were allowed to play with us, and just hit the ice in full stride. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Karts led our team or the
Yeah.
the AHL in scoring in
Yeah.
playoffs and
Yeah,
out of junior
he did.
hockey. It was pretty
Yeah.
studs.
pretty amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I enjoyed him as guys too.
Yeah.
Richie's a good leader, man, and
Yeah.
he led his own ways. But that's what you want leaders to do. To
Right,
do it their
yeah.
way, and those are the ones you follow. I enjoyed my time with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was ahead of his years, I think, from leadership perspective.
I think so, too.
And
He's old school.
They pegged him right out of the gate. Like,
Yeah.
there's probably a test or something. But you can pick him. Like, the guy's like, this guy's going to be our captain. Oh, my God, did they straighten me out. I was a raw farm kid from Western Canada.
yeah.
And I remember that. I gravitated to Sandy McCarthy. Who else was there? Sandy McCarthy was there.
God.
Chief was there.
Yeah.
And I think they just said, you come with us, kid. And I just tagged along. And
Yeah.
that's kind of like the way it was. And they were up there too. And I was like, guess this is the show,
Yep.
boys.
Gary Coupal was there. Remember
Oh,
him?
yeah. Gary Cooper.
He was banned from
tough.
junior. He was banned from junior.
Yeah.
He did something. I can't remember exactly. I think he slashed.
Those
him.
are different days.
Yeah, it was-
Yeah,
yeah, right,
that
different,
was the beginning. That was the beginning of the story of my rookie season
Yeah. Yeah.
in the minors.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what a team! What a team of veterans, man. There's no wonder it was as messy as it was. Garrett Burnett was there.
Oh, man.
Frankie Bialoa, Staples, Jeff
Yeah.
Staples. Geez, there's more tough guys.
Yeah.
Payette,
Yeah.
Belanger, Lassard.
Yeah.
Holy smokes!
Wow, that's
It was
different game.
that's a crew.
Completely different game.
Jesse.
Bowleries, boom boom.
I mean,
yeah,
it was
meat.
few of you guys. A
Yeah.
little bit of meat in
A
the
little bit
lineup.
of meat, a little bit of raw talent.
Yeah.
All needed development. All physical flyer type players. But
Yeah.
And all disasters off the ice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
yeah, and that was the time.
That was
Yeah,
that was
it
just
was
the way it was.
everyone.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
was-
It
Yeah.
was like not mandatory, but you go out, you drink hard, you party hard,
Right.
you go out with the team, and that's how your bonding is
That's it.
done. And
Yeah.
I think it's got to still be that way. You need to loosen things up, and,
Yeah.
and I'm sure the teams still do that, but I don't think it's in the same light as they do it. There's
Well, it's not
probably a
as
doctor there
consistent.
now,
You know.
somebody guiding them through the process of bonding with another man in the
Right.
dressing room. I don't know. They're getting super analytical with things in today's game.
Back in juniors. We
Oh,
were
yeah.
16-year-old rookies, him and I, playing Regina Pats.
Yeah.
And Friggy's skating the puck up the ice, and Hartsy's coming back to the middle of the ice, and you cut through the middle of the ice, and he.
Just disintegrated me. And Artsy was a rookie too.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
So and it's magnified back then too. Like if you're a tough guy back then, because you're 16 years old,
Right.
right? They're like, don't touch him, and like you didn't touch tough guys. So I was one of those guys with Regina, and Hartsy crumpled me, like. But he was good too, Hartsy. He was a really good player, but he hit guys, and he hit guys hard. And
He's a
he hit
man-child.
everybody.
Yeah.
He hit everybody, and like you like that in a guy. But he got me so good, and then he snickered. He snickered after. I guarantee he didn't tell you that.
No, he didn't.
He
No.
snickered after. He went like, oh, I got like he knew he got me, and he shouldn't have. Caught me with my head down, and like as a tough guy, you're like, whoa. And I was young, and I just planted in my seed. This kid is dead. This kid is dead. This kid is dead. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. And
Next day.
unbeknownst to him, I get traded that night after that game, and he's the first one that sees me, and that smile on his face.
All
I'm
right.
so happy because we were doing back to back.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you're on our team now. And I was like, I was gonna kill you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's just like, oh, I was so happy. Coach Cotton, he told me, their coach actually told Hartsy first. He's like, you're lucky, but Oric's ours now. I actually joined Prince Albert, and that's when I joined you.
Yeah,
too.
like the next
you guys
day,
played
right?
together,
Hartsy, what a guy, what a character.
Yeah.
man. That was
it
a fun
beauty.
team too.
It was. Yeah.